Hi, my name is Kurt Lammy. I am the pastor at St Paul Lutheran Church on Dogleg Road in Dayton, Ohio. And I'd like to take a moment with you today to think about how can I read the Bible? Now at first that might sound like a silly question, right? We all know the Bible is a book. And to read a book, you open the front cover, read all the pages until you get to the back cover. And that is one way you can read the Bible. Some people do that. They read the whole thing cover to cover. For some people, though, they try that and they stall out at certain parts because the narrative isn't as engaging. So I'd like to give you a few other ways that you can read the Bible. And to help us think about this, I want us to think about watching a movie. The first way that you watch a movie is you just sit down and you watch the whole thing, just like reading the Bible cover to cover. So that's the first way. Just read it straight through. Watch the movie straight through. The second way is with commentary. Sometimes people like to watch movies with the director commentary to hear the director's thoughts about different parts of the movie. There are plenty of Bible commentaries out there too, where scholars and theologians give you that kind of information about the Bible. So find a good Bible commentary or a good study Bible to help give you that kind of information. The third way is clips or scenes. Sometimes when you watch just a particular scene of a movie, you're focusing on what's happening in that particular moment. You can do the same thing with reading the Bible. Just focus on a particular passage. This is how we read the Bible during Sunday morning worship. Right? We don't have time to read the whole thing, so we just read certain parts of it, certain sections or scenes, and we focus on those. A fourth way is quotes or lines or verses. Some people have favorite Bible verses that they remember, just like we have favorite lines from movies that we remember. So it's sort of like the scenes, but you're making it even shorter, just particular lines or verses. However, when you do that, remember the context that that line or that verse came out of. You can't just pull it out of context. You got to know where it comes from. The fifth way that you can read the Bible is to do a character study or a word study. There are a number of books out there that focus on particular characters in the Bible, whether it's Jesus or Paul or King David or whoever. Whatever character you encounter in the Bible that you want to learn more about, somebody has written a book about that person. So I encourage you to go check those out. You can also do word studies. This gets you into the original biblical languages of Hebrew for the Old Testament and Greek for the New Testament. So if you really want to dig deep, I encourage you to go that route. The sixth way to do some Bible reading is to investigate some behind-the-scenes stuff. Sometimes when you watch a movie, you want to see that behind-the-scenes stuff. You want to see, how did they make this movie? Well, obviously, the Bible we don't have on video, so to figure out behind the scenes, we do what's called historical critical reading. This means you look at the history of it. Who wrote it? Why did they write it? Who were they writing to? What was their context? This sort of thing. The Bible didn't just drop out of the sky. The Bible came out of a particular context. And it's important to know that. That is the behind the scenes for when we read what's written on the page. The seventh way to think about it is called authorial intent, or the intent of the author. Thinking about the movie analogy, this would be like interviews with the director or the actors, right? What were they thinking when they filmed this particular part of the movie? What were they thinking about their character and their character development for the actor? What were they thinking about making the movie as a whole, to ask the director? Well, obviously we can't go back and interview the people who wrote the Bible, but there are scholarly sources that help us learn these types of things. It sort of connects back to the historical critical section. And the last way to help us think about reading the Bible, and there's no real good movie analogy for this one, is as prayer. Yes, the Bible is a book to be read. Yes, it's a book to be studied, but it's primarily a book to help us connect with God. So we can do all the Bible study and learning we can, but if it doesn't help us connect with God, then it's kind of missing the point. The Bible is here to help us in our relationship with God. So that's a very important way of reading the Bible. So I hope that these 8 different approaches to reading the Bible give you some tools for the next time you read your Bible. Please leave a comment and let me know which of these 8 strikes you the most. Thanks for watching.